Alright guys, so today I want to show you the survival kit that I have at home, and let's face it, we are in a long-lasting crisis. The pandemic is going on and it doesn't seem to stop. We have a huge damage of the economic situation. We also partly have disruptions of the food supply chain, and unfortunately the situation, the crisis will go on for quite some time, and we also do not know how long this all will affect us. So it really sucks. So and this is the reason why I believe that people really should prepare a couple of, survival items like these here on the table to make sure that they do not get in a survival situation if, the situation gets worse. So what if there's a blackout, no electricity anymore? What if the water system is broken dams, broken sewage? Various reasons and various threats, both man-made and natural, hurricanes, storms, thunderstorms, lightning, everything can happen. So I believe that we should prepare ourselves for what may come. And this here is a basic survival kit for your house or your flat, and it will help you survive a couple of days without electricity or a couple of days without communication to the outside world. Alright, so now let's check out the items I have here at my table. Okay, where should I start? Let's start with water. I store a little bit of water in my home, but I also have a water filter. This one is pretty good actually, and it filters out most of the nasty stuff. And then as a backup I have water purifying tablets. Now personally I do not like them because I do not like to ingest chemicals, so this is just for emergency. I never use these in a normal day situation, but if there's an emergency situation I will definitely use these. So these two together give me two options of how I can, purify water, and the third option is boiling, of course. Alright, the next here I have a small solar panel, and this one has 20 watts. Okay, it's a pretty large one actually. So with this one you can recharge your phone and your tablet, everything that works with USB basically. Then I have another solar panel here, and I have this solar charge controller, and if there's an emergency and if I do not have electricity anymore, I'm going to mount these in the sun. And this will give me even more capacity to recharge my phone, my tablet, my radio and such. Then I also have my power bank. I have a couple of these and I always make sure that I have them charged and ready. I also do have duct tape and some paracord 550. Sometimes, it can happen that you have to do repair works at your house. And these are two universal items that you can use for repair works. Here we have some candles. Candles are important to secure your lighting in the house, and I have some really long matches to go with them, and these are only a small portion of the candles that I have more in the basement. So here are my stoves. I have two kinds of stoves. The first one is this one. It's an alcohol stove which runs with ethanol, and this is the one that I'm selling at my website. It comes with this small stove stand. This here is the actual stove, and you fill in the alcohol into here and then light it up. And then I also have another option of a stove, which is this one here. I just got this at my local hardware store, and it's a stove which runs on butane, I believe, and it comes with two gas cartridges. So these two options should, give me at least 1 week of, cooking time for breakfast, lunch and supper. And I have even more ethanol in the basement, so this is just one bottle that I have. Okay, then you want to have some pots and pans for your camping stoves, because normal pots and pans that you use in your kitchen, they might not take the heat and they actually will get destroyed by the flame. So it's better to get some real camping cookware like these ones here. This here is a pan by MSR Seagull, and I really love this one. I've used it so much. It's stainless steel, of course, and it's always great to have more than only one pot. So then you can cook, you know, scrambled eggs in this pan and some rice or chili con carne in this pan. And of course you can use these here for going camping as well. Okay, next you want to have a couple of camping lanterns and flashlights. Yeah, make sure that you get a good one. So this one here is actually a really low light lantern. I should have gotten the bigger one, so it's not really strong, this one here. But I have multiple flashlights, and I always make sure that I keep my batteries charged on a monthly basis. So this is important. If there's a blackout and there's no light, and when it's getting dark, you want to have some light. Okay, next you definitely want to have a first aid kit. I don't think I have to explain much about this one here. Here I have 2 items for communication. This is a hand crank radio. It also comes with a flashlight. And I have adapted this radio so that I can fit an 18650 battery to it. I just bought this battery holder and connected it to the radio. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So it even comes with a solar cell. And you can listen to, you know, long wave or short wave radio. So pretty important survival tool. The next thing in here is a ham radio, and actually I bought 5 of these, and they are a great means of communication if the mobile network is down. And yeah, I'm planning to give them to my neighbors if something is happening. It's always great to have some means of communication. Alright, next I want to show you my mask that I'm using right now. It's a mask that is usually used for spray painting. It's by the company 3M. And recently I have got new filters, which are P3 filters, so they filter out viruses. And I'm really happy with these filters because it's really easy to breathe through them. So this is the mask that me and my spouse are wearing right now. Last but not least, I would like to mention self-defense tools. I do not want to get into too much detail, so I just want to say this. Make sure that you get a self-defense weapon that you feel comfortable with and that you need to feel safe. So if you say this item here is enough that you feel safe, then get this item. If you say it's a baseball bat, then get a baseball bat. You need at least one defensive weapon so that you can defend yourself and the members in your house against attackers, against robbers and other thieves that want to steal your supplies. Okay, the last item that I want to show you today is this here. This is a Geiger counter by the company Gamma Scout, and I really love this one. It was actually quite expensive. I think I paid over 400 euros for this one, and it's the rechargeable version which you can recharge via USB. I'm personally very interested in radioactivity. It's a little bit geeky, I know, but I think it's a real threat that is looming every day. And of course, if you're struggling with money right now, it's maybe not the first choice to get a Geiger counter, because all of the other things that are lying here on the table are more important. So make sure that you get these other things first before you get a Geiger counter. So this was the last item of today. And besides of all of these survival items for your household, make sure that you have enough of food and water at home. And also, for electricity, I want to show you something else. Okay, we are in my basement right now, and this is my power generator, which I've bought a couple of years ago, and I waited until there was a really good deal on Amazon, and this one has 2.5 kilowatts. And it comes with 2 plugs for the European grid system with 230 volts. So this is my backup if for some reason the electricity should not work anymore. And actually this runs with gas, so it's better to keep it outside of the house because of the gases that are produced, of course. And it's pretty loud as well, so it's going to alert your neighbors if you're using it. So if you use this, your neighbors are going to know that you have a power generator. That's something you have to consider. And yeah, this is my pantry, and at the right side I have food. So this is the food that I have for the next 3 months at least. And I also have a lot of toilet paper, but most of it is gone now. Yeah, so make sure that you get at least 6 months of food. And this is salt, this is flour and other grains, honey. Yeah, and down here I have some sugar. So if hell breaks loose, I will be okay for the next half year, and I will survive. Especially because I have alcohol. No, I'm just kidding. This is not for me, this is for guests. Alright, so this is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned till next time.